Okay, well, here we are, everyone, and we're here with Chloe, the young American Chloe, we always call her. And I always hear David Bowie play in my head that song. Because she's cool, she's hip, she's tattooed, and she makes things happen. And it's all about vivid colors, 50-50s, black and whites, right?
Yeah.
That's what she does, man. She pulled it off. I mean, I'm going to give a little background on your whole thing. Chloe came in, and she did her first competition, and it was like, hey, I wasn't ready. Just like everybody, right? You're like, what the heck just happened? She did a great job. She put her passion into it. She really did well. And she said, hey, Patrick, she goes, if there's an opportunity, this was your first one, obviously, that we're going to see here. If there's an opportunity, I'll jump in, man. Let me know. I love competition. I didn't know I loved competition, but now I know I love competition. And you felt good with it. It was a little stressful, but you made things happen. And here we are today, right? And I want to talk about your experience. So basically, the first thing I wanted to ask you was, what was your favorite part of the competition?
My favorite part was probably trying something new. I guess it's something that I don't think I would normally want to do. Like when you offered me the opportunity to be on the show in the beginning, I was really hesitant to do it. So I guess just being a part of that kind of atmosphere and learning that I liked it was the best part for me.
Yeah, I think we all got along on the set. It was kind of fun. I mean, the stressful part was the time, I think, right?
Yeah, 100%. The time was stressful.
Yeah, because you're trying to do something. I told you, I said, hey, Chloe, you're trying to do something. I don't know if what you're trying to do can be done in this amount of time. It's super ambitious. I mean, even on a good day, right?
100%.
You go and, hey, I got this done. Did you pre-practice that and everything? Did you?
I did. I timed myself. I practiced on a lot actually. So I knew that I could do it. I think I was more so trying to do more technique wise, like, oh, I did extensions, all this different type of color rather than doing something that could have been done in a more timely fashion without me rushing. But yeah, I did practice a lot for that one.
Well, the question is, how many times did you actually make it in time? No, sorry. Right?
This one, I actually did do it in time every time. And once I was on the show, the stress is different, when you're like practicing at your shop, it's like chill.
Yeah.
But when I had a camera, I felt like I was shaking the whole entire time. I kept asking my model if I was shaking because I felt like I was, but she kept telling me I wasn't. So just a different atmosphere made it a little bit more nerve-wracking, I guess, for me.
Well, it's kind of interesting too when you add a person like over your shoulder and a camera right, like I mean, literally. I don't know if everybody knows this, but each person gets their own camera the whole time, and they're on you, like except for when you went to the restroom, but that was okay. I was trying to follow them and you closed the door, but but it's weird also having the judge, and these guys are like people that kind of iconic guys that know what's going down. They catch every little stain, don't they? They catch every little miscut, every bad section. I mean, it's just, how did that feel for you?
It was my first time ever being critiqued like that besides hair school. So it was a little weird, but I knew they knew what they were talking about. So I tried to take it as well as I could, I guess, for not being in a competition ever before.
Sure.
But definitely the whole entire thing for me was nerve-wracking. I don't like people watching me in general, so just having, like you said, the camera the whole entire time and like it's nonstop, so they're on you, they're watching everything. So I was overthinking everything I already knew how to do, but I was like, do I know how to do it, like just because people are watching you. So it was definitely a new experience.
Started to second guess yourself a little bit. Did
100%.
Did that screw you up a little when you started second guessing?
Yeah, I actually changed my pattern with my color because I thought that I needed to change it. So I think my last minute change probably hurt me more than helped me because I just got so nervous that I was like, I'm not going to do what I said in the beginning. Now I'm going to switch it to this, And I switched it that day, not all the way during the competition, but during the competition, I actually didn't put as many colors in on the rainbow side. And I had practiced it a million times, but then once I started doing it, I felt like it was coming out more muddy, which it never did. And it looked the same exact way it did in my salon, but being videotaped, I was like, what if today it does do it? So I definitely second guess myself a lot.
Yeah, you got in your head a little bit.
100%.
So what do you think the most stressful part was overall for you? Just the most stressful part?
Being videotaped.
Oh.
I never been videotaped in my life, so it was very stressful for me. I can't even barely do a video for like my shop, let alone having someone follow me around. So that was probably the most stressful.
Were you tripping when you turn on like CNBC and you see yourself actually in 110 million homes? Was that tripping a little bit?
I was definitely tripping out. I was like, this is not real life. I didn't want to see myself because I was afraid of like my faces that I make, because I have like a concentration face that it looks like I'm chewing something, and I do it like I can't not do it. Like I can't. So I didn't want to see that face the whole time. And I definitely did that the whole time. So
yeah, but you look good. You pulled it off. You pulled it off pretty good. I mean, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, who's that hottie? You know, like whatever. So hey, I'll take it, right? Yeah, you did good. Yeah. What did all your friends say and everything, and some of your fellow salon members when they saw you on TV?
Everyone was stoked about it. Everyone was texting me. It was a cool feeling. I actually had some girl that I don't know who works at a salon kind of close to mine, but she watched the show. She's like, I know you from somewhere. And I was like, what? And it was a cool feeling, but she really liked the hair that I did, and I did put a lot of passion into it. So, I mean, that in itself, I was happy with the outcome. You know, people liked it. So I was like, okay, good.
Well, you know, being that, I mean, there's a lot of stress, something different, you know, got in your own head. What was your overall experience?
I guess I kind of learned like, maybe I shouldn't have done as much as I was trying to do. I kind of went over the top, I guess, on the amount of stuff I was trying to do in the time that I was allotted. But I mean, overall, it was a fun experience. I had fun with everybody that was there. I mean, you know, it was like a chill atmosphere. Everyone was laughing most of the day, you know, besides there being times.
Oh yeah. I made people cry, but besides that, it was good, right?
Yeah.
Except for that part. But then everybody laughed at the person who was crying, so it was great.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Just Ashley, it didn't matter, you know, it's okay. Yeah. So yeah, and then the thing about it too is, did it make you like afterwards? Did you feel like you had like broken through a barrier with your career as far as pushing yourself there, or did you feel any changes after?
I definitely felt like I broke through a barrier in the sense of like I normally wouldn't have done that. Like I definitely second guessed it in the beginning, even doing something like that, just because I didn't want to be critiqued, I guess, which is a part of life. So, I mean, it definitely helped me in that sense, like, to overcome some of my fears, like having people judge me and being on video or on TV, but being videotaped the whole time. So I definitely pushed myself in that sense, because I definitely normally wouldn't want to do something like that.
Well, it was crazy because, like, literally, you know, you were bummed, I remember, and you came to me after the thing and says, hey, man, if I could do this again, I want to do it. What were you thinking? You just went through all this stress and everything. Well, why did you say that to me?
I think because I felt like I could win, I guess. I just don't feel like I had the right strategy for winning on the first episode. So I think that's probably why. I don't remember exactly what was going on through my head, but I know that I was bummed because I put a lot of time and energy before the show, you know, so I thought I had it down, like what I wanted to do. So I think I was more bummed at myself that I decided to change stuff last minute. And I felt like I should have stuck to the course that I had decided beforehand.
Yeah. Well, I asked this question to Ashley just a little while ago. Were you surprised how many photos we were able to do in 10 minutes? I mean, did that trip you out?
Oh yeah, 100%. And we even switched background, and we were still able to do so many pictures. So yeah, it was actually crazy. I guess because I've never been in that kind of atmosphere, I didn't know that it was possible, you know. And there was a lot of different photos, so it was pretty cool to witness that.
Did you learn a lot about kind of like the potential for, you know, like different backgrounds and different lighting, and did that kind of open your eyes to maybe different ways to take pictures that you normally take?
Yeah, 100%, because I usually use a white background, so us switching to a black showed me how it could look against a black background rather than a white background. So now at work we have a black wall and we have a white wall, so I try to switch it up. We also have a wood wall that I use a lot now because the contrast is pretty with the color.
Yeah, it's kind of like texture, right? It's kind of like you got texture. Yeah,
yes.
Well, that's cool then. So that was a good experience, definitely. What's the one thing that you wish you would have had more time for?
Probably the styling, or I guess not so much more time. I guess I would change what I did with her hair, because I'm not like, I don't normally braid, but I felt like I had to do some kind of something in my head. So I was doing stuff that was out of my comfort zone. So I wish I would have gone with a different style, maybe a little bit more time to
yeah, I would agree. I think that, you know, even I told you, I go, when you walked up there, I go, a braid. Okay.
Yeah.
Remember I said that? You're like,
I don't know what I was thinking. My brain was melting.
Yeah, I'm like, well, let's see what happens, right? That's what I said. I go, so this is your vision. Let's see. I don't know, because I don't know if it's going to photograph. And we had a hard time.
Yeah.
That I knew, because I've seen that happen before, and I went, ooh, damn.
Yeah.
Always just throwing it up there, man. You know.
Yeah, I don't know. I went straight anarchy at the end. I was like, I'm gonna do braids that I never do.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I don't know those. Literally the first one, I think it was just overwhelming in the sense because I've never been through it. I mean, a good overwhelming because I got to see that I could do it, but it definitely makes you think differently than you would like at the shop. I could have something happen or go wrong, and I'm calm, cool, collected. But when you're like being timed and you got to figure something out, it's like your whole brain doesn't think the same. Like my mentality is totally different, and I didn't know that would be like that.
Did you even notice that other people were in the competition with you, or were you just so like, whoa, you know what I mean?
No, I didn't at all. But that's pretty, like, even at the shop, like, I mean, we have fun at my shop. I really love the people that I work with, but there's time you just get in the zone, you know, and that's basically what happened at the show, which I kind of anticipated that I would be in the zone. I knew that I wouldn't be really paying attention. That's why I got so afraid of what faces I would make, because you do not care about anything you're doing besides the model's hair.
Yeah, they're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Why like me? I know I'd be like this.
Yeah.
My tongue always sticks out like that. Yeah, always.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm watching the windows on the car, and it's like.
Yeah. That I got lucky. At least I keep it in, but it just looks like I'm chewing the whole time. But I'll just.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, I'm going to ask you a little bit about the judging too. What was the thing that you felt was the hardest thing for you to deal with the judging, or were you okay with it?
I was okay with it because, like, I mean, it wasn't wrong.
Yeah.
They didn't really say anything too bad about what I did. I mean, the darker side, I remember them saying that. And then the staining, which there was staining, you know, and I figured with the makeup, we could cover some of that up, which.
They catch it.
It was so difficult.
Work it off. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to just push the foundation in. But I didn't think they were wrong. So, I mean, it didn't bother me too bad. You know, I would be, I guess, a little bit like miffed if they were saying stuff that I didn't think was right, or, you know, but I didn't feel like they were wrong at all.
Yeah, I felt that pretty much everybody had said that. There was only pretty much so far one person that kind of said that the judges didn't understand what they were doing because they were just older, and they didn't get the concept. But you know, it's more about, I think anybody could look at it and say transformation, technique, and quality of work. And those guys, that's what they know. You know,
exactly. That's why I didn't take it wrong at all.
Right on. For me. That's cool. And then, you know, last question for you is, what advice would you give to people going into the situation based on your knowledge now? What kind of advice would you give for future people, future contestants?
I guess if they're going in the same kind of competition, it was transformation, I would just say stick to your course. Like, if you practice something, don't change it last minute. To me, that's like the worst thing that you could do.
Yeah.
And just remember whatever you already had in mind and you already practicing is gonna work, you know, as long as you stick to your vision. And just keep an open mind the whole time. Don't get offended by stuff the judges say, because realistically they know what they're talking about. But just have fun with it. I guess I had a lot of fun. So that part is the coolest part to me. So I just say keep an open mind and don't try not to get flustered.
Well, you know, I'm gonna do like a, what is it? Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! You guys are gonna get to see Chloe again because she came back. We did bring her back, and you know, for all of you that love Chloe so much, she's gonna be coming up pretty soon in the semifinals. So that was cool. You felt a lot better in that one, didn't you?
Oh, 100%. Because I had an idea of what I was gonna do, and I went in like all the way sticking to my plan. I knew what I was gonna do, and I did it. So I felt better on that one.
That's right. Well, let's see how she does in her next appearance. Maybe she wins this time. You never know. So, you know, thanks, Chloe, so much. Thanks for being a trooper. I'm so glad you did this. I'm so glad we have a great relationship now. It's great getting to know you, you know, and we always have a lot of fun. You know that. So thanks so much, and we'll see you soon, right?
Yep.
All right.
Thank you.